Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Reg,
I'm Rob.
and this is the show. And I'm on special location this week. Gotta gotta represent for the boys over the pond, across the pond for the first time for me, man. So European
Yeah,
soil. But yeah, so I'm glad we can get this thing going. So what's on
yeah.
your mind, man?
Oh man. Uh College football, what's going on? Yeah, it's Michigan. What are we doing with Michigan, man? What
Okay, there's so much stuff to delve into the Michigan case. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't read every single piece. Okay, I just haven't. I just kind of got bits and pieces. So if you read more than me, that'll be good. But what's your initial thoughts? First of all, should they be allowed to participate in the college football playoff if they run the table?
uh so at first I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the initial response was like, no, but the initial response you have to remember is like the Harbaugh bias or
Right.
dislike
Yeah,
rather.
exactly.
Um, but I mean, the more that I'm thinking about it, it's like, don't teams do this anyway? I mean, call it scouting if you like.
Yeah.
Now, it's not as blatant as having someone on the sideline.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty blatant. It's like, what are we
That was
doing
wild.
there? Yeah, it's
Again,
like,
we covered this a little last week. Connor Stallions, that was wild. If he really
yeah,
was standing on Central Michigan sideline in Central Michigan gear to steal Michigan State signs, that's
yeah,
wild.
yeah. But
I still hope it's AI, but
yeah,
that would be wild.
I I I still don't believe that's his real name. It's like a fictitious name.
It
Like
is.
that's
It's
his
like a
fire
movie
name.
name. Yeah,
Connor Stallions.
yeah. Sounds like a quarterback of a team, football team in a movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean, the as far as that goes, I mean, yeah, that's taking it next level. But I mean, aren't you kind of getting that on film? I mean, maybe not all of it or not as clear a view, but
right.
yeah. So at that point, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I personally think it doesn't matter. You get to the playoffs, they're gonna get whooped anyway. It really don't matter who they play because this is Jim, not John.
I hear you. And we talked about this last week, but Washington, man, I'm telling you, I don't know. I know what you said about the offense. I think Michigan beat Washington. I'm on record saying that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
They, I mean, they just haven't seen it. Like teams out there, they've been seeing it.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw what it looked like last year against TCU. They hadn't seen it, and yeah, they couldn't do anything with it, which
yeah,
was ridiculous because you were by far the more talented team.
yeah. That was a ridiculous. That was a bad loss. There's no doubt. And there were some things that played into that. I mean,
But
the dude got robbed of the touchdown,
yeah, no, TCU had a charmed night. Trust and
but
believe.
it was too many turnovers too. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't turn the ball over like Michigan did and expect to win. So, but
yeah, but
I think the third
that's
time's the charm for Michigan. I think whoever comes out the other semifinal will take care of them in the national championship, most likely.
mm, we'll see.
That's
I don't think they
that's
get
my
that far.
my thought. So, what? Any other thoughts on Michigan? Because I guess the thing is, I know what you're saying is just scouting, but it's just a little bit more to it. It's kind of like the New England Spygate thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean, yeah, it is next level when you got someone on the sidelines just looking directly. Like,
or
okay, that's
paying
that.
people to simply film other people's signals. Like
Yeah,
I bought this ticket. Hey man, go sit in this seat. Only thing I want you to do is film the other team's sideline signals. So
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess my
I don't
thing
think they'll do
is,
anything though.
I don't think they'll do anything. I don't know. It's tough on the Big Ten, but I guess my question is, they showed that play that Michigan apparently knew to play. And then the punchline was, well, Ohio State still scored on that play, or they scored on the next play, or something like that. So it's like, is it that much of an advantage? Probably in a game of inches, it could probably,
Yes.
because you don't need to know every play, but if you know one play, like let's say you know
Yeah.
the 4th and 1, and you know what the play is coming, and you stop that 4th and 1, that could be the difference between winning and
Yeah.
losing.
It's not knowing every play, but yeah. If you
But I
know them
also,
one or two.
but also, like I said last week, I mean, they got to have somebody that just literally follows Ohio State around from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And they should know Ohio State out inside and out anyway.
Yeah.
And just like Ohio State should know them inside and out. I
Yeah.
mean, there should be no secrets when they play that game anyway.
Yeah. It's not like the coaches are coming up with some crazy off the wall game plan just for that
Right.
game. No, they
Exactly.
are who they are.
They are who they are. And I mean, every week, Ohio State's on TV. Every week, Michigan's on TV. There's no doubt you can dissect every single play that they run every week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, you know, you got to get next level. It's just like Peyton used to do dummy signals and, tell people, hey, I'm going to do this and you run this route. And he's thinking to the Raven game
Yeah.
2 weeks from now. I mean, I guess that's what you got to get like now. So, uh, the next greatest quarterback, it used to be Caleb Williams like last week. Now it's Drake May. What is going on with all this?
I have no idea. None. Let's just stop. Let's
Stop.
just stop. I mean, so I like him. He can spin it,
Mm-hmm.
but come on, man. Like, really? Are we
Yeah,
are we really doing this again?
we
And
are.
like, no. They need to stop. They need to stop.
Right.
Like take him over Caleb if you want to.
Right.
And be back at it in 5 years when it fails. Like, no, I'm saying. So, like, when are teams gonna realize like leadership and dealing with situations, like that you're not gonna get, just being a run of the mill team. Now, granted, they're 7-1 this year,
Oh, they lost
and
two. They
they
lost
lost
two.
two.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but like you got a Georgia Tech loss on your record. Like, wait a
Right.
minute, man. Like, that's not supposed to happen under your watch.
No.
and
They lost to Virginia, man. Didn't they lose to Virginia?
Yeah.
They got beat by Virginia.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's my thing.
I
Is
think they
it's
did.
like Caleb's been in these big games against big schools and big teams, and he's just been doing it.
Yep.
Like, you don't learn that at the NFL level.
Right.
Like, you need to have that before you get there.
I hear you.
Especially if you're going to be a quarterback that's picked in the top 5, which they're talking about what, 4? Talking about 4 of the top 5 picks being QBs. Yeah, no. It's I've seen that mess, and it's just like, come on, let's stop it. Just stop it, man.
Well, here's my thing. I mean, each rookie class can't be better than the last one. I mean, that's what happens
but
every
that's
year.
true.
It's like every year, this is the best group of quarterbacks that's come out. Then we get to the draft, then everybody gets trashed, and then the next thing you know, 1 or 2 guys pan out, and the rest.
Yeah, no, it's not it. But yeah, that's just crazy. They need to stop. They need to stop. No, Caleb should be your pick. Mm-hmm. If you're in position to take a QB high in the draft, that should be your pick. Everyone else, I mean, you know what? I will find it very hilarious if the Giants end up with him.
You already cursed the Giants anyway. Now they starting Tommy DeVito at quarterback, so So you already
curse
know.
it, man. It was a prophecy.
It was a prophecy. You like Elijah in the Bible.
Yeah,
Like
I
they will
easily.
be in position to pick Caleb Williams next year. It's close.
Yeah, they'll be close. They're gonna be real close,
Looks
but they
like
will draft a quarterback.
they need to. But in Daniel Jones is fully guaranteed next year.
Yes, that their mistake. Their
I don't know.
mistake.
That's a rough one. So Drake May, not the next best thing.
No,
He may
no.
be a good quarterback one day,
Yes, yeah,
but let's slow down on.
yeah.
I mean, you saw the same thing I did, right? All the quarterbacks he would start ahead of if he were in the
Oh,
NFL.
that was ridiculous. I
Yeah,
was like, come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. I will say this, and this is kind of dipping into the NFL. Quarterback play has kind of been atrocious in the league this year.
But we know why.
We do.
We know
10
why.
rookies, 10 rookies,
Yes,
because he'll be the 10th to start, and a lot of backups.
yes. So it's gonna be horrible. Like development is going out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's either they can play or not. And the majority of the quarterbacks in the league were never equipped to play in the NFL.
I will say this too. I still don't understand how the NFC got so bad. I mean, quickly. I mean, it's Jalen Hurts. Dak stepped up last week, so people are off his back this week.
But yeah, yeah. No, when you listen
Golf.
off top QBs, yeah.
Cousins got hurt, so Josh Dobbs, hey, Josh Dobbs was player of the week, offensive player of the week.
Man, my guy, man. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I wish he
Even
was still in Pittsburgh.
yeah, I know you do. I know you
Yeah, I
do.
wish he was still in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, let's not get to the NFL yet. Let's talk some of
Okay.
these big games. So, college football playoff, they still ranked Ohio State number one. I still disagree with it. I think Georgia should be one until they lose. But I don't worry about it because it's going to play out. Ohio State is going
Yeah.
to play Michigan. Whoever wins that's probably in the playoff. So, but let's talk about Georgia, Ole Miss. You think Georgia stumbles here? Ole Miss got that offense.
No, they finna whip Ole Miss. The thing about Georgia is like when it's like the team comes up, it's like, oh, y'all supposed to be good.
Right.
Okay. Okay. They show up. They show up and show out. Yeah. And this is still Lane Kiffin coaching, right?
It is Lane.
Okay. Yeah.
Not worried about Lane.
Nope. Nope.
I, Georgia's most likely wins. Like you said, they do step up to competition. Then my number two is Ohio State. They got Michigan State. That should be a walk in the park. But I mean, it'll probably be a little tougher than normal just because Michigan State will get up for them, but shouldn't be close. The aforementioned Michigan Wolverines go to Happy Valley. Sign stealing or no sign stealing, you think Penn State can beat Michigan?
Small chance. I don't, yeah.
It's at
The
home.
Penn State hype was I guess it was fun while it lasted, but no,
It
man,
was.
it's not gonna happen. Yeah, Michigan will take care of that.
I think so too. I think Michigan's tougher than Penn State. And I think the QB for Penn State is just not ready yet. You're not ready.
No,
So
no.
I think Michigan will win that game. And then Florida State, Miami used to be a fun game. Used to be the best game when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The game. Not so much anymore, but do you think Florida State stumbles or you think they take care of business?
They'll take care of it. They'll take care of it. I mean, it's good to see Miami on the rebound.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not there yet.
Miami just destroyed their season with not taking a victory formation. That's all they had to do. You don't hand it off. You just that was crazy. And then even
Amen.
after that, you can't play defense. I mean, you got 75 yards to protect in a short amount of time.
Yeah, man, that is
That
implosion.
was bad. That's the agony of defeat. That's worldwide, the worldwide sport, wide world sport. You have that every year. One more interesting game. USC, will they lose that fourth one? They got to go to Eugene, or not Eugene, is it? I guess it
Yeah,
is Eugene.
same.
So they got to go to Oregon. What you got?
Uh, yeah, the fourth loss.
They can't.
I mean, so it's funny out there, man. You got the teams and like they're tiered by like the physicality of the teams.
Mhm.
I mean, I know Utah's pretty much out of it, but if
Yep.
they had their starting QB, it'd be a different thing. I mean,
Yep. Yep.
but yeah, other than that, so there you would go Utah, then Oregon,
Mhm.
and then UCLA. I mean USC and Washington to be
Neck and neck.
neck and neck. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's basically what it comes down to. So like I expect Oregon to beat them up.
Mhm.
Um, and then we'll see if Caleb sits out the rest of the year to prevent injury so he can get his
Get
money
ready.
next year.
I don't know. That's a tough decision though. That is, but you almost got to do it. I
Or
I used to be
you
on that other side.
save himself for next college season
That's true.
when like uh, the Bears are picking second and third
I know.
behind Arizona is like
Well, the bottom line of that, I know Eli did it, forced his way out of a situation that he didn't want, and Elway did it. Those are only two I know that really did it, that forced their way out
yeah.
of that situation. The bottom line is if you're the top QB, you're going to the worst team in the league, and that's just the way it is. So, I mean, maybe you hope that worst team was bad because they had a bunch of injuries, lost their QB, and lost a bunch of games, a la Peyton Manning. Then you're Andrew Luck and you step
Yeah.
into a situation. But I don't know, man. Um,
Or the New York Giants.
the Giants are terrible. The problem is they beat Arizona, so
Yeah.
and
Let's see what
Carolina.
Arizona pulls off with Murray back. We'll see what that looks like.
It'll be interesting. They've been competitive. It'll be interesting. They got Atlanta this week. my my NFC South champion, Atlanta Falcons. I got to talk about that dude. Let's go ahead and skip to the NFL, man. I hate arrogant, stubborn coaches, man. They get on my nerves. Use your guys. It's players, not plays.
What did you draft him for?
Oh no! I think
What did you draft him for?
all of Atlanta is asking the same thing. I don't get it. I mean, I almost think like he's trying to outsmart himself or something. Like it's like we're on the 5 or we're on the 1. They're expecting the run. So we'll just run a reverse pass, Philly special. I don't know. What are you thinking, man?
Hey man,
Sometimes you just gotta hand the ball off and so
that was
say,
bad.
give me that
That
yard.
was just bad. But
It is
it's
bad.
been bad. I'm starting to wonder if he's hurt and like they're not just saying anything because like the
Mm,
last couple of games, was it Algier has been getting just as many touches, and it's like,
right.
wait a minute, that's not how this was supposed to work.
That doesn't make
I
sense.
mean, maybe they feel he hit that rookie wall. I don't know, but
He looks
in
pretty
that
good.
situation,
He has a highlight every week. Now I know he fumbled either last week or the week before, but I'm saying he has a highlight every week.
yeah,
I just I don't know, man. I mean, coming from a guy that had Derrick Henry in his offense,
mm-hmm.
where it seemed like Tennessee was pretty simple. We're gonna run Henry, we're gonna run Henry,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna fake it to Henry and
Mm-hmm.
pass. And I just don't understand. They're gonna blow this. You'll probably be right about the South, and the Saints end up winning it. The Saints, did you see the remaining QBs? I mean, at the beginning of the year, the QBs looked bad. It's even worse now what they got left ahead of them.
Yes.
The Saints are going to eat, and they'll probably win that division. Steelers, man, what's going on with my guy? Not Pickett, but Pickens.
Pickens.
Yeah.
Man, I am not sure. His quarterback don't help. Yeah. So we'll see how long Tomlin can keep this under reins. But if we're getting rid of him, you already know. You're asking to get got. You are asking to get got. If we are willing to trade him, yeah, it's toxic.
Yeah, that's true. I just think teams know that because he already came in the league with baggage. So I think he needs to make that work.
Yeah, I'm about to say it really wasn't that much baggage. The baggage was like he was injured all year. I mean, he had two off-field incidents.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah,
I hate to call it what the GMs call it, character issues, but you know what I mean. It's like that's what was on the radar. So,
but
I mean, we saw the greatest wide receiver prospect. Everybody's talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. being a great wide receiver. The greatest wide receiver prospect in the history of the game is Randy Moss. And I'm not arguing, and I'm moving on. So we saw that dude drop to 21.
Yeah.
So anything can happen.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
But of course, it was a different league. I mean, if it were today's NFL and a Randy Moss was in the draft, he got to go top 10.
Oh yeah, easily.
Probably top 5.
Yeah, easily. It don't matter what the baggage is. Like, he was doing that with Chad Pennington.
Exactly, balling. So, So
I got one for you, man. What do you think about the new QB in your division?
See, I'm trying to not talk bad about somebody's son. You know what I mean? I try to be civil. But I will say this. I'm glad he's not a coach.
Yeah.
Objective.
Okay, look at it differently.
Let's be objective.
Do you feel like it's an upgrade from Tannehill?
I don't know yet. I don't have enough evidence to say that yet. I will say, objectively, he had a nice first game. He was smart. Number 10. I mentioned that last week. Hey, let's find Hop. And that was good. But, it's like we always say, all that stuff, I don't care. After a while, people figure it out. So I guess my thing is this. He could be an upgrade from Tannehill, but it doesn't feel like a threat to us. Best QB in the division. I mean, Stroud right now is scary.
Yes.
And Trevor Lawrence loves playing the Colts. So, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is always going to be scary. And now Stroud's scary. Levis doesn't scare me.
CJ Stroud, more career touchdown passes than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I love that one. That was a nice tweet. Whoever tweeted that. That's crazy, though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And to think this time last year, people were talking about CJ Stroud dropping to 7, 8, maybe not going top 10. And I was like, fall, baby, fall. So
even I was like that, man. Fall. Keep falling.
That didn't work out. But we got our guy that's out for the season, but he'd be all right. Big games this week. Well, actually some dog games this week. I'm not watching Carolina and Chicago, but the reason is it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning here in Frankfurt. So that's the main reason I'm not going to watch. But what about you? You gonna partake in the TNF?
Maybe. Maybe I might catch some of it. I'll peek at it. I'll at least peek at it. But as far as sitting and like watching and getting my attention, nah.
What's your gut on the game? I went Chicago -3,
Yeah,
and
I'm taking the Bears too.
mhm.
Uh, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out your Carolina. You get your quarterback, but you traded your top wideout. Like that's like you kind of want that.
You kind of want that guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Carolina defensively, top 5 yardage per game, yards per
Mm-hmm.
not yards per game, total yards. Top 5 defense, but a lot of growing pains for Bryce Young. It's okay. He'll get through it, but it's a tough situation right now. Um, Speaking of tough situation, we got the Browns and the Ravens. Where are you leaning in that one?
I'm leaning Ravens, but it'll be on one of the screens.
Yeah.
It'll be on one of the screens. I'm paying close attention to that because I'm if Deshaun keeps playing and improving, like getting back to Houston Deshaun,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then I'm really gonna cry because my team's gonna sit at the bottom for a minute, and I'm not ready for that.
Houston
But
Deshaun can get this team definitely to the playoffs, a threat
yes,
in the second round.
yes. So I was with that defense,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and he makes plays. Then it's like, man, yeah. I mean, just a mere thought, man. It's Burrow, Watson, Lamar Jackson, and
That's
I have
6
Kenny
games, man.
Pickett, and I have Kenny
Twice a
Pickett,
year. That's ugly, ugly, ugly.
and we still figure out a way to win. We still.
Well, you figured out a way to beat Lamar, that's for sure. Figured out a way to beat Deshaun earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't had the pleasure of playing Mr. Burrow yet, though.
No, but yeah. That Cincinnati's the one. That's the little brother we've been beating up on, and now it's like, nah, enough of that.
Well, that's an interesting one. The Texans go to Cincinnati this week.
Yeah,
Any chance the Texans pull the upset?
no, no. Cincinnati's finna roll.
Okay.
They're finna roll. Like people are healthy. They're just gonna do their thing. I mean, we'll see if they make me right and catch Baltimore.
I
But
don't see it.
yeah, Cincinnati's finna roll. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this ignorant Chase and man, yeah,
Chase Higgins, Boyd, and now you got the
yeah,
tight ends,
yep,
and then
and Mixon,
Mixon.
yeah. So I see them going on a run here. It'll be interesting, but no, they'll handle Houston. They'll handle Houston.
The sneaky thing about Cincinnati is the defense. I mean, it's like they just make plays. They just come
Yeah,
up. It's the same thing that happened in the Buffalo game. I mean, let's Allen threw him one, and then they stripped the tight end, and you can't catch
yeah,
us. So
yeah,
I got to get back to Baltimore because Lamar's ownership of the NFC. Didn't they say he's 18-1 against
yeah,
NFC teams?
yeah.
And and I do think it's because they don't see him regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a problem, especially when you don't know what's coming. Just seeing it on tape just
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
do it
It
justice.
doesn't simulate enough. Like you can't simulate that in practice. You
Right.
can't. Yeah,
That dude's a problem. I think the Ravens are going to roll. I do not want to get too excited just because they beat up on Detroit and Seattle. I don't think that proves much except for they're playing good ball right now.
yeah.
Because people said, "Oh, they're the best team in the NFL."
Yeah, but no,
I don't know there.
and both of those games were at home.
Both of them were at home.
Yeah.
Both of
So
them were kind of trap games for the team coming up, and I think Baltimore's good. I picked them to win in North. I have to remind you that. My division winners are doing pretty well, actually, except for Buffalo and the aforementioned Atlanta Falcons. But other than that, pretty solid on the picks. You got Green Bay this week. You and Mom gonna get along this week?
we agreed to talk until Saturday, and then we'll get back on like Monday night, maybe,
Got you.
depending on how it goes.
Well, your mom got to know that Pittsburgh's got to be the favorite in this one, right?
Yeah, but I can't complain. My team has 5 wins, and
5
there's
and
only
3.
like one
Did you
game
see
where.
the statistic that they've been out
Oh yeah,
yard?
yes,
They've had more.
yes.
They've gained fewer yards than their opponent in each of the games, and they're 5 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was like the first time that's ever happened, or the first time in a
Yes,
long
it is
time.
the first time ever.
Yeah.
Like there's only a few times that has happened that you've been outgained in the first 8 games.
Right.
That's only happened a couple times, and yeah, it's never been a winning record.
Right.
Like,
so
yeah.
Okay. So right now we're here. It's November 9th. Tomlin gonna do it? Is he gonna get to at least 9?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get the 9. That's it though. That's it though.
9's
But
not gonna
I
be.
mean, because the thing is, I know it's easy to say the offense has to get better. It has to get better. Which
That's what you think.
last week, I mean, we ran the ball a lot better than we have.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, the offense has to get better. You can't go if we go through the whole season with the offense being like this, yeah, then there's some serious issues that need to be addressed in the offseason, like big issues. But I mean, other than Matt Canada, that has to happen. But yeah, so you would think with that, defense is still opportunistic, and yeah, we create turnovers. Like we've somehow figured out a way to string consecutive seasons together where we're creating turnovers. That usually doesn't happen. It's like feast and famine, but we're still doing it.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, 9, probably about it though.
I mean, they win on Sunday. They're 6 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good opportunity. But like you said, you got Baltimore again.
Baltimore.
You got Cincinnati twice, right?
Cincinnati twice.
You got
and
Cleveland.
We got a different Cleveland team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that evens that up real quick. So yeah, I mean, we still trying to think who else we got left in the North.
I know one
NFC
game
North.
you got.
Yeah,
It's either going to be on the 16th or the 17th.
Yeah, there's
December.
that one. So
I know that one.
That's 7 wins, and then
okay, I see what you did there. Don't you? You got to go to Seattle late.
Yeah.
Or yes, you got to go to Seattle.
Yeah, we go to Seattle.
Have y'all played Arizona yet?
No.
So
we got that at home.
Yeah.
So
that's the other 3.
Yeah.
And the 4. So I think you better find a way to win one of your in AFC North games because I think them Colts gonna take care of business.
I think we can get Cincinnati one time.
I think so too.
We create turnovers. Hey man, we got linebackers to get after the ball.
Yeah.
We got a young defensive tackle who's starting to show up, and man, we've been missing that for years.
Yep.
Like damn near a decade, man. Like
I mean, Hayward's not gonna be there forever.
Huh?
Hayward's not going to be there forever.
No, no, no. But the Benton kid from Wisconsin, he's starting to play good
That's what I'm
ball.
saying. You need
Yeah.
you need the other defensive linemen to be
No, we've been needing them, man. Like,
right.
and we don't need it. We really don't need anything spectacular. I just need a nose tackle who can't be moved. Like, I don't need a nose
Are you
tackle who gets sacks. I just need a nose tackle who can't be moved.
are you as excited about Porter as everybody seems to
Yeah,
be?
compared to the way we've been drafting defensive backs, yeah,
Okay.
ecstatic.
Okay. Real quick to finish NFL, why they keep putting the Jets on TV? I know it's supposed to be Aaron Rodgers. Why they keep putting the Raiders on TV? I don't know why, except for Vegas is the site of the Super Bowl.
Was Vegas, and now this is a new Raiders team, like just like that.
I tell you what, though, I mean, gosh, it's hard for me to root against them. they got they got me. I mean,
Yeah.
GM, coach, president.
Hey man, yeah, this is a new team, man. This is a new team, like yeah.
And then they
So
sat Jimmy down. That was the first move, player move. Is Jimmy go whatever you do.
yeah,
Get that clipboard over there.
yeah. Go back New England next year.
Oh yeah, Mac Jones, man. That's the thing that scares me about this game. I saw a stat too that is crazy. He's 1-14 against the spread as an underdog. And I'm like,
Wow. Wow.
he's I mean, it's too many things that point our way.
Yeah. But wow.
Yeah. Except for just New England. I mean, Bill, whatever. New England just gets up for the Colts for
So
whatever reason.
so when picking this game, I was thinking about that. I'm like, so Bill is great at taking away like your biggest weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You all, I think I speak for most of America when I say y'all really don't have a one wideout. So
I'm not gonna comment on
what? No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I think I speak for most of football nation in that thought.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I really think that's going to be an ugly game. I'm just like, man, this yeah,
It's
the
you know what the
kicker
Colts have
special.
become? You know what the Colts have become? If the Colts can run the ball, then they're gonna be in the game. And so far, they got the second leading rusher who got 11 touches last week.
Yeah, no,
Second leading rusher in the NFL,
yeah,
11
yeah.
touches. But
Dude, I sat on my bench for his biggest game. Yeah.
that other dude, he's pretty good. That might be weapon number one. So I'm pretty sure New England's gonna say stop the run.
Yeah. It's like, all right,
Make
Minshew.
make Minshew beat you.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that you said, which is kind of interesting, the thing that kind of goes against the Colts, that notion that they don't have a number one receiver kind of helps them because you don't really know who to key on. Because, yeah, we're going to try to throw to Pittman. You know they're going to try to throw to Pierce a couple times.
Yeah.
You know they're going to throw in the slot. You know they're going to throw it to the tight
But
ends.
yeah,
And the
you
running
got
backs, they throw to everybody.
yeah, but then that's like I don't have to pay attention. And yeah, you're gonna see 8 in the box.
They're
And
going
it's
to
like,
play.
okay,
They're going to play like Jacksonville. That's what they're
yeah,
going to do. And
yeah,
you know, actually last week, Carolina handled the offense. It's
yeah.
just Kenny Moore kind of did something that
Yes.
very rare.
Oh, hey, so tidbit for your game while you're
Mhm.
watching. Yes, I have both of those quarterbacks starting for me in fantasy this week because
Ooh.
my starters are on bye.
Oh my God, that's horrendous.
Yeah, it
Mac
is.
Jones, man. I don't see.
I-
Okay, I'm done. I'm
so,
done with that.
yeah,
I'm done with that. All right,
yeah.
real quick, NBA. I know you're not watching, but Harden has made his debut, and he's played I guess he's played a couple games. The Clippers have lost both games.
It's not gonna work, man.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work, man.
If you're Ty Lue, how long do you wait before you got to change that lineup up?
Yeah, that it's just not gonna work. It's
So who do you sit?
man. I'd probably sit both Westbrook and Harden.
Okay.
Y'all come in with the second squad and run that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can run them up for like little 4-minute stretches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, you'll get some tick with Kawhi and PG, but yeah, man, like no, it's not. Yeah, it's just not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. And yeah, I'm still tripping. Like the NBA is still like players are still like demanding trades and going where they want to go. I mean, it didn't work for Dame, but like that was gonna be hard to work. Like I tried that trade
Miami
machine
didn't
for
have
Miami.
anything. Miami didn't have anything. What you
Yeah,
gonna do?
like I tried that trade machine for
Right.
that, and it's just like it's not gonna work, man. It's
No.
not.
Pat's not giving up Hero, even though they said I don't believe him that he offered Hero. I don't.
Yeah,
Pat's not giving up Hero.
but
He ain't
like,
giving up no Kentucky guys. So Bam
yeah,
ain't going nowhere.
well, yeah, but
He
like
just not.
even if you included Hero in the deal, like
It wasn't getting done.
yeah, like
Too
Portland's
many,
not doing that. Like
like you said, too many undrafted guys. No real
yeah,
substance. So, so
but yeah. So now, yeah,
well,
the,
let's talk real quick. I know one thing that's thrown around. The Reg and Rob Show, courtesy of one of us, tweeted about Anthony Davis and his propensity to get injured. And is Anthony Davis a superstar?
no,
Has he
no,
ever been a superstar?
but
Let's
yeah,
throw that up.
yes, yes, but
He one of the
so
top 75 players of all time. He's not a superstar.
he's not that, but but I mean, I know they said he was, but man, gone somewhere. I it's I don't know if it's just a thing of the times or not. It's like everyone gets slapped that on them if they perform good or
Yes,
even well on occasion, and you get slapped that on you. It's like everyone gets a participation trophy now. Like, come on, man. Like, can we earn some of this stuff? Like a superstar is supposed to be the one who elevates your team to great things.
exactly. That's the word super.
I don't,
Above,
I don't,
above a regular
yeah,
star.
I don't care. Like, all right, you have your 30-20 games. And speaking of AD, yeah, you can have games where you look real dominant. Like you are that guy.
Yep.
But aside from injuries, we don't see that guy every night or even close to that. Like that's we get that maybe once a week instead of like the one
Exactly.
back game like every
That's what
2 weeks.
I almost said once a month, but
Yeah,
I
well,
won't be
yeah.
that hard on him.
That I mean,
Right.
he'll have the
Once a
one
week.
like ridiculous game a month,
Mhm.
and then he'll have some good games. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Solid.
man, I don't know, man.
So
Yeah.
so this Lakers team, as constructed, we already know what you said on record.
Mm-hmm.
And all summer long, Lakers fans talked about championship and we got outside shooting and they really talked up Reeves and somehow Reeves made the USA team. And it's like, I always looked at that and said, well, they got 1.5, a big 1.5. How are they going to win it? And they can't. So let's go through a list of NBA superstars. So obviously, number one right now is Jokic, right?
Mm-hmm.
That dude is on a stupid level right now. I mean, he's running the show from center, basketball IQ out of this world. He's a superstar.
And he
Anybody
get
else
it
on
every night.
anybody else in the Nuggets, a superstar?
No,
No, no.
no.
Okay.
I like them all.
Who
No.
else would you say is a superstar? Who would you take second behind Jokic?
Giannis.
Okay. So Freak's a
Yeah.
superstar.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Giannis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, Luka. Okay,
Man,
wait now.
so
Wait, before you answer now, because
you
you tread lightly now. Come on now. You got to give me Luka.
I like Luca. I like Luca from the second floor. Yes. But hey, you got to get a grip on this Kyrie thing. You need to make this work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is a rant for a whole nother time, the whole Kyrie bit. But
Right.
yeah, you need to be like, no, this is my team,
Right.
and this is what I'll do. This is how you can contribute.
So this
Which,
is the Miami Heat. LeBron becoming the alpha, becoming the lead
yes,
dog. So
yeah,
Luka got to become the lead dog
yeah,
again.
but Wade pushed that. Kyrie's not going to push that.
No.
Yeah,
No. Because Kyrie thought he was the lead dog in Cleveland. So that's that. You know, he was delusional.
yeah, we're not doing Kyrie right now.
But that aside, Luka's a superstar. There's no doubt.
Yes,
I mean, he's
yes,
already.
I'll go Luka.
So what about
KD.
Tatum? What about Tatum?
No, he's close. No, what? So what are we talking about here?
You say
Like
Tatum is not a superstar. Okay.
so
Hey, I
so
give you that one. I'm not even
so
going to argue.
so what are we talking about? Is like some flash in the pan, first and second round
No,
victories?
no. I get it. I know where you're going. You're going for Tatum to get that level. He got to show you something in the East Finals and the NBA
Mm-hmm.
Finals. I got it because he gets tired every year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem with this whole superstar thing is guys get paid like superstar. Like Jaylen Brown's getting paid like a superstar, and he's a regular guy. I hate to say it like that, but he's a regular guy. I mean, you made an All NBA team, so that entitles you to a supermax.
Yeah.
But you're not a supermax guy.
No.
Steph, superstar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
undeniable. KD, are we talking about you know that's my guy. So I mean,
Yeah.
you could say, but KD,
No, KD is.
but he's on the other side of that career though, isn't he?
Yeah, but yeah, he's no KD's that guy.
What about Book? He there yet?
No.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Goes without saying LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron is
Even in year
LeBron.
21.
Yeah,
Even in year 21. Okay,
LeBron's man.
did I miss anybody? Is there somebody not on this list that needs to be?
What do you think of Jimmy?
Man, it's tough, man, but I don't know super. That's a tough one. Now he elevates his team. Now, by your definition,
Yeah, I was about to say.
by your definition,
Hey man,
you know what? That's the whole thing with Jimmy, though. That's the thing with Jimmy. That's been Jimmy's career. It's like he does these things, but he doesn't quite get that level of respect that everybody else. But
he
you're
does it,
definitely
but he
picking.
deserves it.
So you're picking Jimmy over Tatum.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I
We ought to
am.
do that one day. We ought to have our NBA schoolyard draft.
Yeah,
Just start with
hey,
everybody in
man.
the league. That
Hey,
would be interesting
for Jimmy to get to the finals twice
with that team.
those teams, yeah, that's like, yeah, man, that's what you want. That's your superstar, your leader. It's like, come on, y'all, let's go.
And the other thing about Jimmy is he's been a big one. Not,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bam, you can't put Bam on that level. You can't put Hero
No.
on that level. You can't put anybody else on the Heat on that level.
Mm-mm.
So,
And all the undrafted free agents.
it's hard for me to call Jimmy a
And
superstar.
Haslam.
Right. Exactly. For 30
Yeah,
years.
no, man. Jimmy, in my book, he may not be
You
in a
got
lot of
Jimmy.
people's book.
Okay.
He may not give you these wild numbers and whatnot, but no,
He gets the
no.
dub.
He's
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Hey,
I mean,
hey,
I guess beating Milwaukee alone last year probably should have elevated him. I mean, that was stupid. Like,
yeah,
Giannis got hurt in game one, but he was back for 2 through 5.
yeah,
And Jimmy was the best player on the floor.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you convinced me a little bit. You convinced me.
I gotta go, Jimmy.
Okay, anybody else you think? I know we missed somebody. We had to.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think more out east. Like,
Now Kawhi would have been your definition in the Toronto Kawhi.
yeah,
Took
but
a team that had never done anything.
Embiid, where you at on Embiid?
I mean, I would call Embiid a superstar.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
I
I
agree
mean,
with you.
Embiid is unstoppable. He just doesn't have all the right pieces around him yet, which makes Jimmy's case more. But it seems like Jimmy, the culture of the Heat, the pieces fit better. You know what I mean? Embiid had to deal with Harden. So give Embiid a pass, man. He had to deal with Harden.
Yeah. Sixers messed that up.
They did.
They messed that one up.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
And, they got to take full ownership of it. So, but the Sixers beat the Celtics yesterday. But it's early. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the true ones.
right.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
The true. I mean, we got stars.
Yeah.
Like Halliburton's a star. He's rising.
Yeah.
That's
You
super.
got Dame.
Dame's got a chance to elevate to that next level. Because he's going to have playoffs. You got, I like Fox in Sacramento, obviously, star. He's the best player on that team.
Yeah.
I like Mitchell in Cleveland. He has playoff moments, but he can't get
Garland, man. Garland.
But Mitchell's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Mitchell's the best player on the team. I love Garland. But Mitchell's best player on the team.
He be doing his thing.
He does. So, anything else you got tonight?
No, just a family feud for the weekend, and
that's gonna be fun. Kinda.
I may peek at the Niners this week.
Niners Jags. We should have talked that one.
Yeah.
What's your early lean? You think Niners?
The week off is. I'm just curious to see the Jags defense against Shanahan's offense.
Well, I'm going to tell you, like you said, Shanahan has the advantage in that matchup. He's imaginative, and I think they're going to score. And Debo's back. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, when you got Ayuk on one side, Debo, and Kittle, that makes a big difference. They missed Debo the last couple of weeks.
Yes, they have.
So,
and my fantasy team has too.
Mine too. I'm like, welcome back, Debo. But I will say this: before the season, there's no way I would have thought Jacksonville would beat them, even though Jacksonville's playing it. But now, I mean, Jacksonville is one of those rising teams. They haven't made the leap yet. And so Sunday could be the leap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be the leap, though.
I know you don't.
I'm like torn. It's like, I hope they get spanked.
Hey, I'm rooting for Jacksonville.
I know you
not
are.
because my sister likes them, but I'm still holding on hope to less than 10 wins.
That's a rough one.
Hey,
they still got.
Yeah, Shanahan by himself is probably gonna get them there, but it won't be QB1.
They still got Baltimore on their schedule. They got to play Seattle twice. They got Arizona again. They got the Rams again. So that's 5. They got Jacksonville. So
yeah, no, that sounds like 10.
They got Philly. They got to go to Philly, I think.
Yeah.
So I think Philly. Philly are humble. That'll be humble. Yeah, that'll be. I mean, of course, going to Seattle on Thanksgiving night, that won't be easy for them. I mean,
no,
that'll be a battle division. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that Jacksonville game up. I don't think there's a chance that anybody in the South's catching Jacksonville, but this could be a league game. I mean, they win this one, they're 7-2, man.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. 7-2,
crazy.
And the 2 losses are Kansas City and the Houston Texans. So, the NFL, we always talk about this. Everybody has that one game. So,
yeah.
And everybody has that nemesis team. I mean, I guess the Texans kind of are that nemesis team for Jacksonville. So, no matter what.
But y'all,
Jacksonville has our number. But it's kind of weird because it's like you watch those games. It's like, well, at least the ones in Indy, the ones in Jacksonville seem to get out of hand, but the ones in Indy, it's like it's a beatable team. And why does Jacksonville beat up on Buffalo, but they can't beat Kansas City?
Yeah. Well, we've already decided Buffalo's really not that good.
We have. And Josh Allen is getting to that overrated status.
Well, that's one of those, and I think your boy Herbert in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The same. Like, no, you're closer to the ceiling than you think. And this is gonna be it.
Well,
which is good quarterback play. It's good quarterback play. It ain't 250 million, but everyone's getting it now. So
I know, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. So looking ahead, man, finally, just real quick, mid-season NFL, this will be the last thing we talk about. Quick Super Bowl prediction.
I thought about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I am going Philly and Cincy.
You riding the Cincy train, man. That's Cincinnati. Cincinnati's the type of team I love. I will say that. They talk so much stuff and they back it up. And they're a physical team and they're really good. And they got a good quarterback.
The only thing that'll stop it is if something happens in that Kansas City wideout room.
You know what's interesting about Kansas City, though? Kansas City reminds me a lot of what you said about Georgia. Now, of course, in the professional ranks, you're still going to get an L. Everybody talks stuff about Kansas City, and then Miami shows up. Miami's supposed to at least show, hey, we're going to beat you. It's 21-0 for you.
Yeah, but KC's defense is here.
And
their defense is here. That's what makes it scary.
So
It's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. How can you pick against Kansas City in the AFC
man,
when they got the best defense they've had in Pat's era?
because they got the worst whiteout room they've had since. It's
So they
like,
got the worst offense
dude,
they've
like,
had in
yeah, it's like, can somebody other than Kittle,
Kelsey.
Kelsey catch the ball, man? Like,
Yeah.
just like a routine catch is it's a
Yep.
simple catch. You keep a drive going. Da da da. It's
If
like I thought Tony was gonna be that
Yep.
dude this
Exactly.
year. No.
Regression.
Yeah. More second round pick from last year. No. Valdez Scantling, we knew what that was.
You
That's
know,
not a dependable
that's like a
option.
big
That's a
possession receiver.
yeah. So it's like
Who got to catch the ball better. If you're a possession receiver, you got to catch it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It's like we have no use for you if you can't do that.
right.
The rookie Rice has been their best wideout.
Yeah.
But you're not writing that into the playoffs.
You're right. It's hard for me to pick against Kansas City. Even last week, you made a compelling case for Miami, and I was like, yeah. After all that, Kansas City's still going. And they barely won, but they took care of business.
I mean, yeah, they came out and showed them like, no, this is what we're going to do.
I think the biggest threat to Kansas City is Baltimore. And I know Cincinnati's had their number, so I get it. The problem with Cincinnati and Baltimore is they're going to beat each other up. They're going to put that third or fourth L on each other. Kansas City going to be sitting there with three losses or four losses with the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got to come through Arrowhead. Not Burrowhead, Arrowhead.
Again.
So I say KC. And then in the NFC, I'm almost leaning Super Bowl rematch. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Philadelphia's, they haven't peaked yet.
No.
I think if they get it going, it might get ugly in the NFC playoffs.
Yeah.
If they got home field, first of all, can you imagine Detroit having to go to Philly in the NFC Championship game?
No.
That would be run roughshod. Mm-hmm. And I think San Francisco, we already saw what that was going to be last year. I know the Purdy apologists would say, no, if we had him, we would have won. So if we had a quarterback, we would have won. So I don't know. I just don't see anybody else in the NFC. And I know Dallas gave him a really good game, but that's division. That's division rival. Mm-hmm. That's a quarterback that's confident against that team.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I mean, if it's Dallas and Philly in the NFC Championship game, first of all, the Phillies blew my theory. Philadelphia basically has the best home field advantage anywhere in the playoffs, except for the Phillies lost. But I just don't think you beat Philly and Philadelphia. So the only hope is the Lions get the top seed.
Yeah, but Philly's just
and even
loaded.
Then,
they would have to get hit with a lot of injuries,
right?
Not just a couple,
or Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
you're not winning that. You're not winning the NFC without Jalen Hurts.
No.
So
but he's already playing hurt.
Right, exactly. So I mean, somebody put the knockout blow on Jalen.
Yeah,
that knocks Philly out. I mean, and of course, all this stuff goes with caveats. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't pick Cincinnati without Burrow. I wouldn't put Kansas City without Mahomes. So it's like everybody's quarterback dependent.
Yeah.
The Ravens, they're not winning without Lamar. We've seen that before. So teams that are equipped to win without their quarterbacks are teams like Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. So
I'll take my 5 minutes.
On that note, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. Enjoy your time with your wife. I'm about to go to bed.
All right, man.
So,
well, enjoy yourself, man. Hit the Autobahn, man. Hit the Autobahn.
And okay, you gonna make me talk about these taxi drivers?
Okay. Oh, you're like, no.
You know what I'm about. All right, man. Till next time, I'm Reg,
I'm Rob.
and that was the show.